Okay, so there are two things that I love in this world. Tacos and burritos. But we're not here to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about two of my other loves, which one is Power Rangers, which you can see behind me. I have quite a few. Well, not that many, it's only like 14. But one of my favorite game series is Yakuza, or Like a Dragon, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not alone in sitting here playing these games thinking like,
man, these Yakuza, like the main characters, should really be Power Rangers.
I mean, look, you go onto Nexus Mods, and there's just lists of mods for different Yakuza games, Like a Dragon, of making the Yakuza players, Yakuza characters, Power Rangers. Like Yakuza 0, you can have the Green Ranger. And Like a Dragon, you can have them all decked out in different Power Rangers outfits. It just seems so fitting, and since Power Rangers doesn't have any games that like fit that model, which they really should, someone should really make like a Power Rangers RPG or action RPG, something like that, to give the fans something that they want, like truly want. The beat 'em up is cool. Beat 'em up from last year is pretty dope. The fighting games are all right. Older games are kind of cringy, kind of hard. But yeah, we need like a action RPG Yakuza game. And since we can't have that, we're going to kind of today just pitch what Yakuza characters should be what Power Ranger. So yeah, let's get into this. All right, and to get this one going, the first thing I did was start chatting with Google's Gemini and asked it, like, you know, who should be certain Rangers. And I already had ideas, like, obviously, Kiryu, main character of the first many games, should be the Red Ranger. Like, he's the leader. He kind of fits that role. He's a little reluctant to be the leader, but he 100% is. Like, he gets himself into all this stuff. He takes it upon himself to basically save everyone. He's the leader. And yeah, I said Kiryu should be the Red Ranger. Now, this is what Gemini has to say. Kiryu as the Crimson Dragon Ranger, which Dragon Ranger, playing off the tattoos, the whole Yakuza Japanese mindset, that's pretty dope. As the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu possesses the quiet strength, indomitable spirit, and unwavering code of honor required to become a Power Ranger. As the Crimson Dragon Ranger, he would be a seasoned veteran with a deep personal history tied to the ongoing battle against evil. And then they break down kind of the gear, powers, and whatnot. So yeah, his Ranger identity and backstory, he's the mentor and the leader. Obviously, I mean, start off with Yakuza 0, he was back in like the 80s, and they move on through time, and he's gone through all this just insanity. If you haven't played these games, like, if you haven't played any of the Yakuza games, go check them out. Yakuza 1 and 0 were already remastered. 2 and 3 are coming out soon. Jump on this. Like, you're greatly missing out. Some of Sega's best games ever. I mean, literally their best games ever. He would have the Dragon's coin because, you know, he's the Dragon of Dojima. It fits. So, his morph form. His Ranger suit would have an armored, sleek design, predominantly crimson. Dragon scale patterns would cover his chest and limbs, with his signature dragon tattoo visibly emblazoned on the back. Dope. So most Power Rangers seasons, all the suits look the same. I mean, let's take a look. You have Yellow Ranger from space. You have the Red Ranger from space. Their suits are the same. Only thing different is, you know, she has kind of a skirt and he's just wearing pants. You don't have anything really special on them. If you go to other seasons, you might have something like this, where it's just a different design, but they're all going to look the same. Every Ranger had that same, like, Thunderbolt or Lightning Bolt Z pattern on their chest. Their helmets change slightly sometimes, often not. Like, go back to Space Rangers, they had the same helmets. And it would be cool to see something more unique for all of them. Instead of having like the 6th Ranger come out and have like something special about their outfit, except for Space. Again, Space was just different color. Everything else is the same. But to have something that like set them apart. So like a design on the back, that's pretty unique. That would be a dope upgrade, in my opinion, to the Power Ranger suits. All right, and then you have his dragon gauntlets he'd be wearing. Kiryu's primary weapon would be a pair of powerful gauntlets that amplify his martial arts prowess. They could shift between various modes, mimicking his fighting styles from the Yakuza games. Now, back to the games, if you haven't played them, Kiryu has 3 base forms, which would be a brawler type mode, a rush that's all about speed and like dodging everything, and then he has beast mode, which, you know, he stands all hulking and swipes at people, and he picks up like bicycles just by swinging. Any object around him, he could just pick it up mid-swing and smack someone with it. I mean, he could pick up mopeds. Like, the dude turns into a literal beast in that mode. So having his gauntlets change modes would be absolutely savage. And then, of course, we got to get to the Zord. The Zord he would have would be, well, he's the dragon, so he's getting a dragon Zord. And I don't want it to look like the Green Ranger's dragon Zord. That was more like a Godzilla Zord. It would be cool to have something hulking like Godzilla. I mean, it's Japan. It makes sense. It fits in. But let's make it more of like a mythical dragon. Like, have the wings, have like a longer neck, kind of like Skyrim. Almost a Skyrim dragon. That would be pretty savage. Now, this is where the Google Gemini kind of let me down, because I just continued that same conversation and just followed up with another question. And it was like, who else would fit in this? And like, I'm thinking like, you know, Majima should be in there, stuff like that. And yes, they do call out Majima, and I like what they did with him. So the next one they put out was the Hero Ranger Red, which is Ichiban from the game Like a Dragon. Now, I guess you could have a Crimson and a Red. I mean, it's kind of been done before. One of the Ninja series of Power Rangers had that, where the core group had, you know, red, yellow, and like a light blue, and then you got a crimson red one. That's whatever. They could do that. Not really gonna knock that. Then they have Goro Majima, which Majima, first game I played was Yakuza 1. So in that one, he's more of like a rival of sorts. He fights you quite often, but truly underneath it all, he's your homie. Like, he's crazy, but he's your homie. You get a lot more story to him in Zero, which, again, play these games, people. But what they did with Goro was they called him the Mad Dog Ranger, and have his colors be silver or gray. I like that. Let's not just stick to the regular red, blue, yellow, and all that stuff. Let's mix it up. So, yeah, having like the main crew be crimson, red, and then silver, gray, whatever you want to call it. Dope. I'm 100% down. But yeah, really. And the more I talk about this, the more I just want someone to do it. So, Sega, make the pitch. Like, let's make this happen. Let's get a Power Rangers Yakuza style game. It doesn't have to be the Yakuza members. I mean, you can just make up something new. I just think that's a pretty close comparison. I mean, Yakuza, the main part of the games, again, if you haven't played these, your main character's walking around and like you're beating people up. Like, you're beating up other Yakuza members, you're beating up gangsters, thugs, ruffians, stuff like that. You're saving people who are getting jumped. You're truly a good guy who's done some evil stuff. Think of Red Dead Redemption 2. Arthur Morgan, pretty sketchy person, but when you play the game and you see how they want you to be and see his story, he's not just trash. I mean, you could play him as an evil character, like, completely. You can make him just a psychotic murderer. But the way they want you to play the game, the way they wrote the character is he's a good guy who's just done some very terrible things. And that's how I feel Kiryu is. Like, he's a gangster. He beats up people. He's not doing the best things. But underneath it all, he's a fantastic guy. One of the best characters I've ever seen outside of, like, literally Arthur Morgan. And we just need this. But if you do play these games, like the Yakuza games on PC, definitely go check out these mods. Load up some of them. They are pretty awesome. Unfortunately, I play them on console, so kind of locked out of that. But yeah, no, let me know what you think. Have you ever sat there, if you've played Yakuza, have you ever thought like,
man, this should be Power Rangers?
Because clearly I'm not alone with all the mods that exist. People actively want it. And I think that would be the dopest crossover that the developer of the games could do. And yes, I'm going to avoid saying their name because I'm going to botch it every time I try to say it. But yeah, they need to get this going. But, you know, that was just me rambling for a little bit. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any ideas. If you want to submit some drawings of the character for Kiryu, his Power Ranger suit, I would love to see that too. If you have any other ideas for how you could do a crossover, other characters you want to see thrown in this, let me know. But yeah, until next time, you take care. Hey, thanks for watching.
Give us a like if you enjoyed it, and dislike it if you didn't.
Let us know what you think about the channel.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Tell your mom.